All right, welcome to this week's episode of Midcurve. I have with me my co-host, Blackanelia, and we have a pretty special guest today, NotEezzy. Welcome to the pod, my man.
Hi guys, thank you for having me here. I'm a bit shy, but right as time goes.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on. We were joking before the recording started that this is a cursed episode. The first time we tried to have Eezzy on, it was Tuesday. There was $1 billion in liquidations. It is now Friday, recording on the 8th. And there's been another $1 billion in liquidations.
So, I feel like this one's not going to be as bad, though. I feel like we're going to bounce back from this one pretty quickly.
But more people would have seen it coming, kind of thing. So it's like taking people by surprise.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Learning from your mistakes is not mid-curve behavior. That's not.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, exactly. We don't learn from our mistakes here. We just repeat them endlessly over and over and over again. Can you give us some background on yourself? Because I don't know hardly anything about you other than your Twitter personality, but could you maybe like give us some insight into the myth, the legend?
I started crypto like 2018. I didn't exactly start crypto with like the idea to make money off it. Like I was in my university then, and I needed an extra means of income, but there was no way to receive money from outside the country. That time I was still in my home country, Nigeria. So there wasn't a way to receive money to Nigeria. Like the only way to receive money to Nigeria was through crypto. So like it was very hard for me to get jobs online because no one pays in crypto. So I started looking for crypto jobs that paid. And that's how like I basically got into crypto. So I found a job with some influencer. I was working for him for a bit. And then he always made me read the news. Like he always made me read the news every day. He would tell me to read the top 10 headlines on Google, get familiarized with like the terms I see, read all the articles and summarize it basically into tweets. So I feel like I didn't have that formal learning process for crypto. Like I just, from reading the news every day throughout the bear market, 2018, read throughout 2019, 2020, I'm reading about DeFi. I was very early to DeFi. I got the Uniswap airdrop. And like I said, understand, like at that point I was like, oh wait, there's actually like a way to make money off these things, not just like look for jobs to get paid. So it was, yeah, and then ever since then it's just been like an adventure. I'm just like, whoa, like I feel like every new thing that happens with crypto, I'm just gonna be like, whoa, this is so crazy, I can't believe this. I started out with the intention to just get a job and receive money in my home country, and I ended up finding out it's a gold mine apparently.
Yeah, I know you've got one of the truly great sort of come up stories. I ended up getting tagged in that one because I did an article about one of the NFT flips you did or something. But like once every few months, I feel like it gets discovered, this one Twitter thread you did, and I'll get like 100 notifications over the course of an hour or something. But you ran $600 to $500,000 in like an incredibly short period of time just on flipping NFTs. Can you tell us a little bit about that run? Because I think that's what most people sort of know you for.
Yeah, I think that was like my breakthrough point in crypto. Like before then, I was still like climbing the road, making mistakes, getting robbed. DeFi summer, but I didn't even know what DeFi was. So like I was doing okay, but not anything crazy. But then NFTs, things like I got into NFTs after I saw a Kobe tweet about hash masks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, everyone here kind of seems to respect this guy, thinks this guy's smart, and they probably listen to everything this guy says. So I should probably do more research into this. And then obviously, like, because I told you I was working for an influencer, and so I was always like reading the news every day. And I know I saw an article about that on Cointelegraph, and I'm like, okay, Kobe's talking about this. Cointelegraph is right now, that's cool. So I think it's important. But what it looks like is just a picture getting sold for lots of money. And there was the bonding curve. So like the first day I saw the article, I faded it. It was like 500, and I was like, I want to spend 500 on a picture, bro. I'm poor. Like, I'm not rich. Like, I'm poor. I'm not doing that. And the next day, this article is trending. Kobe is still talking about it. And the bonding curve is at like $2,000 this time. And I'm like, yo, it was just 500 yesterday. And it was supposed to go through the $1,000 phase before the $2,000 phase. But it just jumped. I'm like, okay, that means people are buying. And the next phase is like $5,000. So in my head, I thought okay, since everyone is buying this thing, if I buy here at $2,000, after they sell 100 more hash marks, I'm able to sell it for 5,000. But I didn't even know I couldn't sell yet. So like that was my reasoning, and I kind of like stole money from my dad. I stole money because he had like a bunch of ETH and random coins, but like not a lot. So I just took all the money from his wallet and then put it into hash marks, and I started praying like.
Yeah, that's some degen shit.
That's what I call Ape and Pray, because I didn't even know what I was doing. And then it got like the 5,000 points, but there's only buys that people buy. No one was selling yet. I'm like, oh shit, I can't sell what I just thought was going to be a quick flip. So I ended up holding it, and then a week later it was up like 5K, and I sold that. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's the most money I've made ever in my life. So I was like, okay, this is certainly interesting. And I started digging more into NFTs. I saw the Bored Ape mint, but that was around my birthday period, and I was still like very excited from flipping hash marks. So like I saw the thing, but I'm like, nah, today's my birthday. I'm not gonna do any degen stuff. Like I'm just gonna chill, I'm just gonna have fun. And I didn't mint bases because of that. I mean, but it didn't even turn out badly, because after that, then there were cool cards. I minted a lot of them. There were Project Penguins. I minted like 50 of them. Like I was just minting everything that I saw an article about. And then obviously there are people Kobe replied to. I felt like if Kobe is replying to someone, that person is probably smart in their own way, because he won't reply to randoms. So like everyone that Kobe was like kind of like the kind of guide I was using to navigate, since he seemed to be the one everyone liked or respected.
A quick question here. Did you end up telling your dad that you stole money from him? And did you just pay him back a bunch of money, or what happened there?
I got him a new house like after the bull run. It's like GG.
So, yeah.
GG.
So he was fine then. He was happy with
it.
it.
It was fine. It was like I was like, yeah, it happens, but like I mean, turned out well. NFTs up horrendous.
It's like the opposite of a crypto confession story.
Yeah, that's what we usually say. And it was funny because I didn't realize I'd flipped that little amount to so much. I just like one day I was just like, wait, hold on, how do I have this much money? Because like I know I'm just flipping, accumulating ETH. I'm not even looking at dollar. I'm just like I just saw it as a game. I'm trying to get as much ETH as I can. So and then one day I was like, whoa, this is like worth over $500,000. And I'm pretty sure I did not start with 1,000. And I started looking through my OpenSea history, and I'm like, whoa, I actually made like really good trades. What the heck? How did I do this? That was actually such an insane winning streak. And then my friend was like, yeah, you should probably make a trade about it. And I did, and the thread kind of blew up. Then people that like I look up to, like Icebergy and Coin Alchemist, and then they started interacting with the thread. And I think it kind of just blew up in City, and I'm like, whoa, I'm a bit famous now. A tiny bit. Tiny bit famous now. So I was like, I'll take that. And then I became friends with Meave Collector. And then we were just like, so I think from that point on, so just like me and Meave, like just grinding out, like we're minting everything that we think is good. We're sharing alpha with each other. But he has an advantage because like I think he knows how to dev. So like he was always botting everything out. Meanwhile, I'm like, bro, I just minted 10 of this. And I was like, what do you mean? His bots minted like 100. I'm like, bro, calm down. So it was like, yeah, it was very fun times, flipping everything. And I just got burnt out at some point. I was around the time Arbitrum launched. So like I think that was like my old net worth all-time high. That was maybe like 1.5, $2 million. So like I still went another 3x from the 500K, but that was not on NFTs, and that was mostly on DeFi stuff because DeFi was getting some steam. And then Arbitrum time, I aped into the first Arbitrum meme coin. That was Arbinian. I put like 300K in, and I slept and I woke up and it was worth like 8K. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? And I'm like, oh no. And unfortunately, that was about the time crypto started to top as well. So I lost that much overnight, and then crypto just started to top after then. Like before I knew, like numbers in my portfolio were dropping so quickly, so crazy. Like maybe like I lost half of it in the first 1 week of the bear market. And I'm like, yo, this is not what I signed up for. They didn't tell me it was this tricky. But yes, my first bear market is that I know what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, it's just a dip. Everyone is saying it's just a dip. It's just a dip. It's to come back up. There's no need to panic sell now. And I don't panic sell, and it goes down a lot more. And I'm like, oh, now it's too down to sell. I have to wait for like some kind of dead cat bounce on like some last pump. But that last pump never came. And at some point, I think when it got back down to like 500K, I was like, bro, if I keep waiting for this pump, I'm not going to see a pump. So like, I'm better off just taking what I have and just bounce, take what I have and bounce. And then I did that, but I didn't just like, bounce out of crypto. Like, obviously, I was still around. And even after that, like some good things still happen. Like I know Nike acquired RT, FKT. They did their NFT. I minted like 2 of them for 8K, flipped it for like 100K. So like it wasn't that bad of a bear market at first, because every once in a while, good opportunities that you're obviously like this stuff is good. Like free money. I like to call them free money. So like I just kept doing those and making crazy flips every now and then. And whitelist season, I was just exit liquidity throughout, because I didn't even know. So at that point, I guess I was an influencer, but I was always doing this. Oh, I don't do ads. I don't show stuff. I don't. And then everyone is like coming. Oh, can you do our NFT whitelist this? NFT white. Like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do giveaways. Like, I'll buy the project on the market. I'm rich. So like, I'll buy it on the market and flip. I'm nothing. But and then but I was just exit liquidity. Like every single influencer, I didn't even know influencers got free NFTs for doing that stuff. And in my head, I see influencers hyping up the NFTs. I'm like, this should be good. I should buy this. And I buy it, and that's the top. Like, I used as exit liquidity for months. And I just said, you know what? I think maybe that was like March 22. I was like, I think this thing's like, there's nothing happening in crypto again. So I just started losing interest. Like I stopped coming online. I was just focusing on enjoying my bull market gains. Like I just stopped coming online, chilling, having fun in real life, like adjusting to my new reality, because I didn't come from like before 2021, I wasn't really anything, to be fair. So yeah, I was, first time you get rich, you're like, oh, that's so cool. Let me buy myself this, buy myself that, travel there, travel that. So like, that's just what I was doing, like enjoying newfound riches. And then I think at some point I was just like, okay, wait, if I keep going at this rate, I'm going to end up finishing all the money I made. So like I need to start playing smart again. And I started looking back into crypto, but everything was just looking dead, volumes everywhere, dead, coins making, like almost every day I'm seeing the red. Like that's so depressing. And somehow, like every day of seeing red, maybe like December 22, I started like actually putting time to grind again, because now I'd run out of all my bull market money. I've lost everything. But not lost, I've lost a lot, but spent a lot in real life. Like, yeah, I need to get back on the grind now. And I started grinding out all these small means, flipping for some like 0.5 ETH profit here and there, 0.2 ETH profit. So it was nice. It was enough to like pay the bills and stuff. Like it was crazy because like that was my job. Like my life depended on how well I was gambling in crypto at the lows. So it wasn't so good. But it worked out. And again, I was so early on these Pong 6529s memes. I made like a crazy amount of maybe like 100K from it and that was and after that Pong 6529, as the hype of that meta was dying down, that's when Pepe launched. I saw lots of ladies talking about Pepe on the timeline. And I'm like, obviously, as usual, if lots of people on CT are talking about something and all their tweets are like 1 hour old, 2 hour old. So like I can't be that late. Like it was up a lot, because in that period, like 500K market cap on a newly launched 2 hours ago coin, that was a lot. Like that's top probably. But I was like, I can't possibly be that late, So I put like $1,000 in. I told all my friends to put $1,000 or whatever they can afford to put in. And Pepe just started running, like out of nowhere. It's like, this is like, my idea was, okay, I'm going to get in $1,000, flip it for 3x and get $3,000. I pay my rent and have like an extra 1,000 to gamble some more. but this thing just kept running. And I'm like, whoa, it's not possible that I just hit a crazy like win. But I sold half my bag at like for 3x, and then the remaining I think maybe like 25%, I sold it at like 20x, and the rest of it I sold it for like 100x. But then it went 3,600x, so it's like I did 100x, but I underperformed by a crazy amount. I was like,
that's a wild story. And there's a lot. There's a lot that I want to dig into there. I don't know if we will have time to just to dig into all of that. First of all, I just want to ask, because I don't even know, are you trading Solana NFTs right now, or are you purely just still trading ETH stuff?
I would say I'm trading NFT. I think the last few NFTs I bought were originals. That was Bitcoin, Puppet, and Node Monkeys. And surprisingly, I bought them early as well. I thought it was late because Puppets were like 0.025 then, and Node Monkeys were like 0.16. And I was like, everyone is talking about Bitcoin Puppets and Node Monkeys. Then there's this guy, Moon Overlord, is constantly shilling ordinals. I'm like, bro, I can't log into Twitter any day and I don't see Moon Overlord shilling Bitcoin Puppets, Node Monkeys. Like, I have to buy this. Like, I did some converting to BTC on Binance, sent it to OKX wallet, and just bought like a few Puppets and a few Node Monkeys. And I was like, I just have this gut feeling that this will do well with how people are talking about. And the art was cool. I don't know, I liked it for some reason. And they're doing like that's my only Bitcoin exposure. That's my only NFT exposure. Like they're doing well. The same thing with Pudgy Penguins, like around like the bottom last year. I bought one for 6K because I don't know, the Penguins, I just like the Penguins. I just like the Penguins. I'm like, I don't know how to describe it. There's just this gut feeling. Like there's just this gut feeling I have when I feel I just know this should do well. Like it's not, I don't trade it by any charts or metrics. Like it's just sentimental, kind of.
I've noticed that with NFT guys, that they just like they have this ability to know that something's going to be a hit. Like it's like being in touch with aesthetics or culture or something. Like when you just see something and you know it's going to rip. Like all really good NFT guys seem to have that. Is that like, can you learn that? Like what even is that?
If you ask me, I wouldn't know too, because even me, I'm always surprised at myself. Like I would say I timed like a lot of the NFT stuff very well. Like I flipped a lot of things to a Bored Ape because I knew Bored Apes would run, and Bored Apes ran, like did the same with like a lot of the top NFT projects. So it's like I feel like for me, it's a part of how I feel like the most important part of my trading or my win rates is the people that I follow on Twitter. Like I don't just follow random people. Like for me to be following someone means like they were probably very early to something, or they were probably one of the biggest gainers from something. They probably sold the top of something. Maybe people that sold the top in 2021, people that bought penguins with me early on, people that minted bodies. So like I look for all those kind of things in people that I follow, people that said, oh, I just flipped like $1,000 to 1 million. And even of recent, like I've been doing that with futures traders, like people that trade futures and they're top leaderboard, Binance and Bybit, etc. So like I look for people that do spectacular things, if that makes sense. I'm like, if they can do this spectacular thing once, there's a very high chance that they can do it again in the right market conditions. And if they tweet about it, I'm going to see it on my feed. And even if I don't see it from them, if I follow a large enough amount of spectacular people, I'm going to keep on seeing things early. So like a lot of the things that I've seen early that I caught early, it wasn't because I was on Etherscan or I was on Dex Screener. It's just because I saw it on my feed based off the people that I followed that have done spectacular things in the past. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense. Sometimes I just feel like I'm rambling. And then it's also like, because you've seen things like, for instance, now with Pepe, let me take Pepe for instance. The reason why I was so bullish on Pepe was because, so I was around, like, I've been aping shit coins here and there, here and there, here and there. Like, so I have a general, I'm staying in the Telegram groups. I know, like, if the Telegram groups, not a lot of messages are coming, the only messages that you're seeing is this person joined, this person left, hi, message from Rose, welcome to this group, message from Rose, welcome. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, this Instagram is looking dead. But then when Pepe launched, I joined the Telegram, and the Telegram was getting like over 1,000 messages every hour. Like, that's something I have not seen before. Like, that's something that was new to me. Like, that wasn't like, oh, I've been seeing this week in, week out project. So obviously that means that project stands out, because why is it having, like, it could be the most minute detail, like it could be the most random metric, but like your brain just picks out that, okay, this thing happens a lot, but then it's not happening here, something different is happening here, and your brain just picks out that random metric. Like for people, it was the Telegram chats going crazy. For NFTs, it could just be like, oh, this person has never changed this PFP before, and he's just changed it now. Like just something random like that. You just know, okay, and I just build my thesis, dumb thesis. I don't call it a thesis. I feel like I'm just gambling, but I just build my thesis or my conviction around that thing, and then find more reasons to like build conviction, find more reasons to hold. And I'm like, oh, so the team is even skilled, or oh, the team this is even like. So with NFT, I think that was like probably one of my most recent big wins. It was like I saw people talking about the coin. Everyone was talking about some Chinese Tao on BNB, some Chinese Tao on BNB. And then now I'm in a lot of TG groups, I'm in a lot of Twitter DMs. Another thing that I have that favors me is I don't turn off notifications from anywhere. So I get all the noise. Like, yeah, I'm getting 100, 1,000 Twitter notifications per hour. I'm not reading them all, but my eyes is seeing them, kind of thing. I'm getting messages popping up in TG chat. None of them are muted. I'm just seeing. So like, if I'm seeing something pop up frequently, like enough times among all these different channels, like I'm seeing NMT like 5 different groups on Telegram. I've seen the message pop up like 5 times today. So it's like it just keeps ringing in your head, NMT, 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 NMT. And you're like, okay, let me do some research into it. I found out, oh, the team has some AI background. I don't even know, like the team is apparently bullish. And I was like, okay, this sounds good. Buy,
So
and it's up.
I think that's actually like one of the things that you're talking a lot about is these major sort of rotations that you're successfully able to make. And I think right now the market's definitely in like hot ball of money mode. Like the way you win right now is by bouncing around, right?
Yep.
So
yeah.
Like, if I didn't nail the ETH to Sol rotation early, like I feel like I would have been so sad, because ETH was looking dead, like
nobody
nothing.
saw it coming. It was amazing. Like I feel like that's really been a kingmaker trade this whole cycle.
Honestly, I'd been trying to gamble on Solana, but every time I gamble on Solana, I lose money every single time. 100% hit rate, I'm losing money. And then, but then this time I bought Myro. Myro was like 3 mil market cap, which was 200K market cap. And like I have a funny WIF story actually. So like I bought WIF at 200K market cap, and till today I don't know what wallet I sent the WIF to. Like I was like, this is a good coin. I want to keep it somewhere that I'm not going to be able to see it or touch it for a long enough time, 2 months. And I sent it to a wallet. Like I can see that I sent it to a wallet, but I don't know which of my wallets is. I've looked on my piece. I don't know. So like I have WIF sitting on some wallet that I don't know about till today, and I don't know if I'll ever find it. I mean, I hope I find it one day, but it's just sitting there.
Wait, hold on. Back up. So you bought with a 200K market cap, and you sent it to a
200K.
wallet, but you don't know where it is or which
I don't
wallet.
know what wallet it is. Like I've checked everything. I don't know. Like I can see the transaction on source, and I can see, yeah, I sent Swift to this wallet. But what wallet is this? I don't know. And that's the only transaction there. That's the only thing that has moved there. And I'm like, I'm so dumb. Like I was trying to send it somewhere where I forget, but I didn't mean to forget it when I actually need to remember it. So dumb things like that happen. But I feel like I didn't cope a lot, because I was early on. I was early on every other thing that ran on Solana. I got Myro and I got Pop, like everything that ran on Solana. I got in early, and that was even like what people were considering a bull run again. Like after 2021, 2020, I was like, damn, I'm never gonna hit these numbers again. Like this is crazy. Like I don't ever see myself hitting these numbers, and I messed up my one chance at it. And then all this Solana memes started popping, and in less than 3 months, I already broke like my all-time high from 21. I'm like, what the heck? The bull market has even started. What's going on, bro? So it was.
That's the crazy part is I think because I've been through maybe 3 cycles now, and every time people are like, "Oh, it's over. We're never going to get that chance ever again." But it seems like there's always something new. Like last time it was NFTs, this time it's meme coins or whatever. It seems like the market will just come up with the next thing to gamble on, and there's always another opportunity coming. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Correct. Like there's always something different. Like during the bear market, I tried to think. I was like, what could possibly make my coins go up again? What could make NFTs appealable to the public? Like, but in my head, nothing was just. I was like, bro, there's no way this thing is going up again. There's absolutely nothing. Everything is done. 69K is so far away. Who the hell was buying at 69K even? I don't know. Somehow it started to make sense again. Meme coins, so crazy, so unexpected.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about like being an angel though. Like we've heard a lot about your, being an utter degenerate, but I feel like, that game, I bet in some ways it's just the same thing as picking meme coins, right? Like, or at least like there's a similar skill set, right? Where like
Yeah.
you're taking huge risk in something really early, and
Mhm.
I almost feel like, angeling and VCs, it's seen as this thing that like the gigabrains do, but part of me thinks degens would be really good at it too, right? Like,
Yeah, actually. So like how I got into Angel was, so I met like this big VC guy from London, maybe like some months ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. And then because when I meet people, I like to know about, okay, how did you make it in crypto? Like what did you do? Like a lot of people are like, oh, they just came, started learning CA, they turned into traders, made money in the bull run. Cool, that's nice. But then, like, I like hearing people that have different perspectives. And this guy was like, oh, he didn't trade. He was just a VC. And then he told me a story of how he started. He started by getting small tickets, helping projects out with like listings on CEXs, like helping them to connect with other people. And then they'll usually give him like seed checks for it. And I mean, in as much as people say like, oh, this seed thing is just as risky as being a degen, but I don't really think so. Like being a degen, I feel like being a degen is harder because with like for someone to rug you on a seed round, like they must have actually taken time to come up with lies, come up with believable lies, come up with like stories. It's a lot of effort. Like if someone rugs you with a seed round, like the person's intention was to rug you. Like there's no mistakes and there's no coming back. You can't rug a seed round and then somehow it bounces back up. But like being a DJ, like devs can look you in the eyes and pull the liquidity in less than 5 minutes. Like I feel like that's so much risk. At least with being an angel and investing into seed rounds and stuff, you kind of have someone you can hold accountable. If that, like for instance, if friend A comes and is like, oh, hey, let's put money into this seed, I think it's be good. And then we both put money into the seed, and then let's say the seed rugs, then friend A has minus 10 points from me in my books. Because like, bro, you're the reason I lost that money. So like things you tell me in the future, I won't take it with that much pinch of salt. But then if friend B comes and gives me a seed, like, and then it does well, I'm like, okay, this guy has plus 10 points. I would listen to what he tells me next time and probably put even more money. So it's like that way you can kind of navigate what's good. So like people don't want to tell you the bad seeds, and people are more incentivized to tell you good stuff because you also tell them good stuff as well.
I have a different kind of question, like getting off like the degen and trading path a little bit, because I'm interested. I didn't know you were from Nigeria, but I'm interested in like what the crypto scene looks like in Nigeria or just in Africa in general. Could you explain or maybe dive into that a little bit? Like, do people use crypto a lot? Is it used for actual transactions at all? Like, are people actually buying things back and forth with Bitcoin, or what's going on there?
So in Nigeria and Africa, I think first of all, like Nigeria is probably like third largest volume of P2P crypto transactions like in the world. So that means like it's getting a lot of views because in Nigeria, like things are like $1 is I don't know, 2,000 naira, and then the minimum wage there is like an equivalent of $5. So like if people can find a way to make like $100 a month online, that's a lot of money back home. Like that's a lot of money to like locals there. So because of that, and with crypto, like it's not that hard to make like $100, for instance. Like you could do the randomest things and you end up with like $100. And to maybe like to be someone living in the US, like it's not that's not so much of like it's probably groceries for a week or two. It's not even enough for rent. When Nigeria, like bro, you make $100, you've paid your rent, you've covered your food, you can even buy yourself nice clothes, go out a couple times. Like that's a lot. So because of that, people just gravitate to like, oh, that's an easy way to make money, like with crypto. The only ways to receive money, like you can't just send wire transfers to Nigerians in Nigeria because it's a lot regulations and stuff make it really hard. So basically, Nigeria, the simplest way to receive money from outside the country is crypto. So just because of that reason, people use crypto a lot. Like if they're trying to send money from, they want to get money from people abroad, they want to send money to their friends abroad or family abroad. It's like crypto, 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 because like that's the fastest, simplest way to do it. So I won't say people in Nigeria like trade, like actually do all this degen stuff. Because when I started out, I feel like probably me and less than 5 other people in all of Africa that was doing that when I started. But now though, like there's been a lot of growth. There's even like a CTNG, that's like Nigeria City, like lots of people coming up, lots of people got into NFTs, made like tons of money from NFTs. Lots of people are in DeFi, lots of people are working in like various big projects. And then like some are even like big founders of different projects. So it's like, wow, that was such a come up. Like none of you guys were around back then, and then now everyone is doing it. So it's like crypto is definitely growing. Like people are understanding it more than just a means of sending and receiving money. Now people are starting to recognize as, oh, okay, this is actually like a way people make money.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I've always heard, I love Africa. I love visiting Africa, but I've always heard that crypto was being used there for its like original purpose. Like people actually like, holding their currency in crypto and USDC or Bitcoin or whatever, and actually buying stuff with it, not just degenning with it,
Yeah,
So
they're not degening that much. They're more buying and holding or using it to send transactions because again, Naira devalues so fast. Like
yeah.
you could have $1 million last year. $1 million last year is probably like $1,500, but $1 million this year is like less than $500 or just about $500. So
Wow.
it's like no one wants to hold Naira, and the only way they can hold dollars. So like they don't even see it as they're holding crypto. They just see it as they're holding dollars against Naira. And the easiest way for them to get dollars. So like lots of Nigerians will actually hold USDT over BTC because they just want
Okay.
that dollar exposure kind of thing. So that's very, very common there because dollar goes up against Naira on its own. So it's like dollar probably goes up more than BTC sometimes. So just like, yeah, I'm fine holding US dollars as long as Naira keeps devaluing. So that's how to do it there though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar story in like Argentina and stuff. I know USDT is held by a huge amount of Argentinians, just because same problem. But what platform does Africa in general use the most? Do you guys use Binance?
Binance, yeah. Binance is like the biggest.
The
Everyone
biggest one.
knows. Yeah. There's
Okay.
Binance. Then I think people know Bybit. Like it's probably Binance, Bybit. There used to be like local ones. There was an app called Luno, but they got acquired by Grayscale, and the fees there are just ridiculous. So people use that though, but not as much as Binance because
Okay.
obviously Binance will have lower fees than a Grayscale product.
And are people like settling on chain, or are they just like sending between Binance addresses?
Oh, they actually settle on chain. They settle on chain a lot. Like people are sending your like, but people don't. They use. Well, funny thing. There's a wallet called Atomic Wallet. That's more popular than. No, not Atomic. Exodus Wallet. That's actually more popular than MetaMask, I would say, in Nigeria for like people holding their cryptos. Like, because I see people are like, oh, can you send it to my Exodus wallet? So they don't even they don't know what an address is. They don't understand. They just know, okay, we have an app called Exodus Wallet. That Exodus Wallet is our bank, and yeah, people can send me crypto into it, kind of thing. So yeah,
I mean, that's kind of how it should be, though, right? Like, I mean,
the right way.
Yeah, in an ideal world, people really shouldn't need to know their address. I mean, you should know it, but like I always say, it should be kind of like email. It's just kind of like a bank. You should just use it. It should just work. Like the UI should be intuitive and easy. You shouldn't have to go through all these steps. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of the way it should be, I think. Let me ask you, what should a path in crypto look like? For one, in your opinion, is there one path, or are there many paths? And where are you headed? Where's your path headed in crypto right now?
Yeah, going from like stealing $500 from your dad to being a multimillionaire angel investor is pretty impressive. In 4 years, mind you, that's pretty amazing.
Most of the work came in 2 years. The remaining 2 years were spent depressed and thinking about life. Like, wow, I'm never hitting these numbers again. Okay, I feel like in crypto there's lots of different parts and lots of different parts that work, because many people are traders, but I tried to learn TA a lot, but it's never just really stuck in. So I was just like, I've tried and it just didn't stick. So I just guess it's not for me. I can't force it to stick if it's not sticking. Maybe I'm just not smart enough, kind of thing. So like the part that I personally took was, I feel like there was a lot of luck, I guess. I feel like there was a lot of luck though, because I started out from Reddit, started looking for crypto jobs on Reddit, and somehow I bumped into this influencer that had 30K followers, and he was just like, just read the news and make tweets for me every day. He had a paid group, actually. He had a paid signals group. So he was a trader and he tried to teach me trading, but I just didn't get it. So my job was to use his influencer account to try and get people to convert people into his paid group. So like get people to pay for his subscription, and then he gives them trade, everyone's happy. And then I was doing that and he was paying me like $20 a week. And that was a lot of money to me. So I was very happy. That was like the best job. That was better than jobs all my friends were doing with $20 a week. So it was nice. I liked it. And then he started giving me commissions because I noticed that we started getting DMs from companies and crypto codes. They're like, hey, what do you charge for adverts? What do you charge for tweet? And then he was like, oh, he didn't know people pay for tweets, but if someone wants to pay for it, so I should ask them how much they're paying, and then next. And then from there, I found out like, whoa, people pay crypto influencers a lot, a crazy amount. Like I've never seen anything as at then. I didn't know anything that was that well paid. I was like, how is this guy collecting $500 for a tweet? A tweet is less than 240 characters. What are you paying $500 for? It doesn't make sense. But people were paying it, and I was like, okay, I need to do a bit more digging into this thing. Like, wow, why are they paying this much money? And I'll do the tweet, and the tweet is only getting like 20 likes. It didn't make sense, but I was like, oh, I guess if it works, it works. And the guy started giving me like I think was giving me like 30% commission off all adverts that we were getting on the account. So yeah, I know then I was just firing DMs to everyone. I was like, hi, do you guys want to do ads? I feel like if I did that this year, that account would have probably been suspended so quick, because I get lots of them like, hi, do you want to promote? Do you want to promote? Like that was the person I was then. I was firing DMs. But I think it wasn't that, like everybody wasn't shilling stuff then. Like City wasn't that full of people shilling. So
where are you headed now? What's the next thing, do you think?
No, for me, though, I feel like for me, I'm trying to retire this cycle. I'm done. Like I'm
I've
done now.
I've heard that from multiple people. Multiple of my friends are like,
Multiple people, multiple cycles. Yeah.
multiple cycles. We're all like, this is the last one. We got to get out. We got to make it this time, boys, because we can't do this again.
This time I have to make, because I want to like, because everyone around me keeps telling me, oh, this is just crypto, like all these things is not real at the end of the day. Like you're telling me like you have a lot of money in crypto, but you don't have any real life stuff to your name. You don't have any real life businesses. I don't even have a CV. So it's like, even if I wanted to get a job, I don't know how to apply for jobs. I don't know how to get a job. I've just been full on crypto native. Like crypto has been my only means of survival for the last six-ish years. So up until 2021, like the bull run, I actually believed in crypto. I was like, yo, crypto is the future. Crypto is going to change the world, this and that. And I was like, wow, what do I need a job for? Like this thing just goes up forever. This thing just keeps going up. Every day I wake up, it's up, it's up, it's up. Like I don't need it. I didn't even know that was what euphoria was. And then the crash happened, and I'm like, whoa, she just got real. Like she just got real. Like it's real life now. Like numbers are not going to go up forever. Like I should have taken as much profit as I could and put it into like real life stuff. So last cycle, I made a lot of money on paper, or rather on my screen. Nice big wallet balances. That's all cool and all, but I didn't realize that's to real life. I didn't realize a big percentage of that's to real life. And this cycle, I was like, I'm gonna do things differently. Every time I make another 100K, I'm pulling it out. I'm buying something random. I'm not buying a car or a watch. I'm starting a business. I'm sending to my family. I mean, like just doing all those things. So like right now, I feel like where I'm headed to is like make it of this cycle to have like multiple streams of real life income, so I don't just depend on like kind of like diversifying into real life stuff. And I think I've been doing that very well actually. Like I'm starting like some kind of lounge in my city. I have multiple watches, multiple cars. I have lots of cash reserve. I have lots of crypto holdings in several different hardware wallets. So I feel like I'm just securing myself, kind of thing. And then what's next for me is like just ride my bags, hopefully make a lot more money this bull run, hopefully, and just say, all right. Like, and when I say retire, I don't mean like, oh, retire like disappear into the wind, or like I mean like retire like, okay, I don't have to worry about my trades going well or me not getting robbed for me to be able to survive. Like I want to be comfortable enough to like just live off, like I can live in crypto without depending on crypto. Like I have other things that I can depend on. Because I love it here. Like I always tell my friends, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing crypto. Like if it wasn't crypto, I don't know what else I can possibly be doing. This is the only life I feel like I'm built for. Like if I were to live today, I don't know where I would even start from, because this is all I've ever done. I know you've done one thing for several years, like everything else is just strange to you, kind of thing.
Yeah. I think for me, it would be really hard to leave crypto. And that's why I haven't, left in how many ever years I've been doing it. It's just because every time I try to step out, it's not the money, it's more, I just feel like I'm missing out. I'm missing out on the culture and the fun and the jokes. And then I feel like I'm out of the loop when I'm not, on Twitter, hanging out with everyone. And going to the conferences all over the world and stuff. It's a hard place to leave. Like it would be so boring to go work at a regular company, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been very, very boring. Like you get sacked in like a week, I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
There's
Well,
no better game.
it's definitely a really, really fun game for sure.
And like I've made so many, because I think in real life I was never really extroverted. I didn't really have that many friends. Like I was that nerdy guy that was always on his PC all the time. Like I have more online friends than real life friends. I trust my online friends more than real life friends. 'Cause it's like I don't know, like even before crypto, it was with gaming. Like all my friends were like people that we play games together, like we hang out in game lobbies, chats. Like those were like people that were closest to me. So like the crypto anon culture, like it wasn't really new to me. That's already what I was used to. Like, like I relate well with people online. I don't need to know anything about them. We just vibe, make profit, have fun together. So like it's about that for me too. Like I like it here. Like everyone here keeps me cool.
Yeah. I know. I really hope we can keep this game going for another like decade or two, so we can all just kick it
cool.
together. Yeah, cool. I mean, we're coming up on time here, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up. But man, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing that insane story about stealing money from your father and turning it into houses. That's crazy.
Yeah, just an absolute legendary run. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
We're talking, and this is my first time like actually being on like some call with Andrew, because I always looked up to Andrew then when I was flipping NFTs. Like I actually know Andrew Siri because he used to write for a big website.
And I was probably at CoinDesk when I was doing the stuff that you were reading.
Yeah, I think he wrote for both CoinDesk and Cointelegraph.
Yeah,
because I remember like I was like, oh, Andrea's just posted. I had his notifications off. Andrew just posted a new article. I need to read it. Like it was good for like all those recaps. Like I was like, okay, so everything that I've missed in crypto, Andrea's covered it in his article. I'm running to read his article. So like, yeah, I was like big fan, and I even got like 1 or 2 alphas that made me like lots of money from his articles. So like,
Andrew, you were a part of his origin story.
That's right. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah. Andrew Icebergy, Coin Alchemist, like those guys were like,
those are really
good. Yeah, top guys, top
That's
guys.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.